deep beneath the Earth, there are mysteries so strange and disturbing that even the most advanced science cannot explain them. For centuries, we believed we understood our planet, its layers, its structure, what lies beneath our feet. But what if I told you that discoveries made kilometers below the surface defy all human logic? Metallic objects millions of years old found inside rocks, enigmatic sounds coming from the planet's core, caves revealing impossible life forms, and underground ruins that seem to belong to civilizations that should never have existed. Some believe these discoveries are proof of lost technologies, others claim they are evidence of extraterrestrial visits, while science desperately tries to find explanations that make sense. Yet, the deeper we dig, the greater the mystery becomes. Official theories often contradict one another, reports are silenced, and scientists who dare to question what's written in the textbooks often find themselves pushed out of their careers. What really lies beneath the Earth's crust? Why are there perfectly shaped metallic structures inside rock formations over 2 billion years old? And what about the enormous underground caves discovered in China and Mexico, where creatures never cataloged by modern biology were found? Some say these discoveries could completely rewrite human history, revealing that we are not the first advanced civilization to inhabit this planet. But are we truly ready to know the truth? Watch this video until the end and decide for yourself what to believe. And if you enjoy this kind of mysterious content filled with enigmas and discoveries that challenge logic, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Your subscription is essential. It tells YouTube that this content is valuable and deserves to reach more people interested in real mysteries, hidden science, and buried truths. Only then can we continue exploring the unknown and bringing you stories that the world prefers to keep buried. You see, the more humanity tries to understand the planet it lives on, the more it realizes that Earth is a living archive full of secrets. And the most curious thing is that no matter how far science advances, there are discoveries so strange and disturbing that simply don't fit into the official explanations. They're findings that make us question what we know about history, time, and even the very origin of life itself. And today, we're going deep, very deep, to explore 15 bizarre discoveries that science still cannot fully explain. The first is one of the most intriguing of all, the Klerksdorp spheres, found in South Africa. These small metallic spheres, with perfectly symmetrical grooves and extremely precise metal structure, were discovered inside rocks dated to almost 2.8 billion years. That's right, 2 billion years before humans even existed. What puzzles scientists most is that some of these spheres seem to be made of a metal alloy that does not occur naturally on Earth. They've been analyzed in laboratories, cut open, examined under microscopes, and still, no one has been able to explain how something so perfectly shaped could be trapped inside rock that ancient. Some geologists say it's just a natural coincidence, but others believe they are remnants of a lost civilization, or perhaps even visitors from another world. The second discovery comes from a place few dare to descend, the Kola super deep borehole in Russia. It is the deepest hole ever drilled by humans, reaching over 12 kilometers into the Earth. The initial goal was to study the Earth's crust, but what scientists found down there surpassed all expectations. As they drilled deeper, they began to hear strange sounds echoing from below, noises many described as screams, echoes, and even voices. The recordings were released in the 1980s and quickly became known as the Screams of Hell. Officially, the Russian government denied this version, claiming they were merely machine noises and rocks under pressure, but those who heard the tapes insist it was not normal. And curiously, shortly after these events, the project was abruptly shut down and much of the documentation was classified. Coincidence or something more? The third discovery takes us to the Cave of Giant Crystals in Nica, Mexico. Imagine a subterranean cavern filled with gypsum crystals larger than trucks, some over 12 meters long and weighing 55 tons. The temperature inside reaches 58 degrees Celsius, 136 degrees Fahrenheit, making it impossible to stay for more than a few minutes without special gear. Scientists were amazed, but also baffled. How could nature create crystals so gigantic and perfect? The theory is that the environment remained stable for hundreds of thousands of years, with mineral-saturated water at a constant temperature. But what no one expected was that inside these crystals were unknown microorganisms, possibly dormant for 50,000 years. Yes, living beings encapsulated in crystal, surviving in complete isolation. This changes everything we thought we knew about the resilience of life, and raises the possibility that underground life forms may exist hidden deep within the Earth. The fourth discovery comes from an equally mysterious place, the South Atlantic Anomaly, a region where Earth's magnetic field is unusually weak and getting weaker every year. Satellites and spacecraft that pass through it often suffer inexplicable malfunctions and data loss. NASA closely monitors this area, but the exact cause of the weakening remains a mystery. Some geophysicists believe it's related to the natural magnetic pole reversal that occurs every few 100,000 years. But others think there's something more, perhaps enormous metallic structures buried deep within the mantle, or remnants of something so ancient that the Earth itself has forgotten it. The fifth discovery is one of the oldest enigmas of underground archaeology, the underground cities of Cappadocia in Turkey. Over 200 cities carved into rock, some descending 18 stories deep, with tunnels, ventilation shafts, temples, and storerooms. The most astonishing part is that some could house up to 20,000 people, and all of this more than 3,000 years ago. Who built these cities and why? Some historians claim they were shelters during invasions, but the complexity of the structures, with perfectly engineered air and water systems, suggests something far more advanced than anyone thought possible for that era. Some believe they were constructed by ancient peoples using lost technologies, or even as shelters from something that came from the sky. Now think about it. How can metallic spheres billions of years old, inexplicable subterranean screams, living crystals, magnetic anomalies, and vast underground cities all exist, and yet modern science still has no definitive answers? Our planet is an incredible place, and perhaps the greatest mystery lies just beneath our feet. After everything we've seen, it seems impossible that anything could be stranger. But believe it, the deeper we go, the more the inexplicable reveals itself. The sixth discovery is the enigma of Lake Vostok in Antarctica. Imagine a lake over 250 kilometers long, completely hidden beneath 4 kilometers of ice. For millions of years, it remained isolated from the rest of the planet, cut off from the atmosphere and untouched by light. When Russian scientists finally drilled through the ice and reached the water, they expected to find a sterile environment, lifeless and still. But what they discovered was the exact opposite: thousands of unknown microbial life forms, unlike anything ever cataloged before. Even more intriguing, many of them seemed adapted to extreme conditions similar to those found on the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn. It's as if Lake Vostok is a biological time capsule, a window to another world that may hold secrets about the very origins of life on Earth. The seventh discovery is one of the most debated mysteries in modern archaeology: the underwater structures of Yonaguni, Japan. Found 25 meters beneath the sea, these massive stone formations resemble pyramids, staircases, and terraces carved with precision. The question is, are they natural formations or man-made? Some geologists insist they're the result of natural erosion, but many divers and Japanese archaeologists argue that they're the ruins of a sunken city, possibly dating back 10,000 years, which would make it older than the Egyptian pyramids. Some even suggest that Yonaguni could be the last remnant of a lost civilization, perhaps the Asian Atlantis. The eighth discovery takes us to Muval Cave in Romania, a place sealed off from the surface for over 5 million years. Inside, the air is toxic, saturated with carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide, conditions that should make life impossible. Yet, scientists were stunned to find a thriving ecosystem within, more than 40 species that exist nowhere else on Earth. Transparent spiders, glowing worms, and mutated insects survive in total darkness, feeding on bacteria that transform poisonous gases into energy. This discovery completely changed our understanding of biology and opened new possibilities for life in extreme environments, even on other planets like Mars. The ninth discovery is even more unsettling: mysterious underground sounds recorded in multiple locations across the globe. From Alaska to New Zealand, people have reported hearing strange noises echoing from beneath the earth, trumpeting tones, metallic hums, and deep vibrations with no apparent source. In most cases, there are no seismic records to justify the sounds. Some scientists claim they're the result of tectonic movement or atmospheric phenomena, but others suggest something far more secretive: hidden tunnels, military experiments, or resonances produced by massive structures within the Earth itself. Even more puzzling, the frequency of these noises appears to be increasing in recent years. Could it be a coincidence or a sign that something deep within the planet is changing? The 10th discovery might be the strangest of them all: the metallic structures of Tunguska in Siberia. It all began after the infamous 1908 Tunguska explosion that leveled over 2,000 square kilometers of forest. Decades later, expeditions returning to the site discovered enormous metallic formations buried underground, shaped like discs and cylinders. Explorers reported magnetic anomalies and electronic equipment failures whenever they approached. To this day, no one has identified the material they're made of or explained why they're there. Laboratory analysis suggests they are not of natural origin. Some believe they're the remains of a crash craft, while others think they might be ancient mechanisms buried deep beneath the impact site, somehow connected to the mysterious explosion itself. The 11th discovery comes from the icy heart of Siberia, the Batagaika crater, known as the Gate to Hell. It's a massive sinkhole that keeps expanding year after year, swallowing the surrounding forest. Formed as the permafrost melted, it has revealed strange organic remains and fossils embedded in its walls, including species that shouldn't exist in that region. Scientists also found fragments of unknown DNA and geological layers that seem to mix time periods that should never overlap. Some believe Batagaika isn't just a natural collapse, but a rift exposing something Earth has kept hidden for millennia. The 12th discovery is one of the most haunting archaeological enigmas: the ancient underground tunnels of Europe. Stretching for thousands of kilometers, they connect countries like Germany, Scotland, Austria, and Turkey. Experts estimate they were carved over 12,000 years ago, long before the dawn of recorded history. Many passages are so narrow that a single person must crawl to pass through. Who built them, and for what purpose? No tools from that period could have created such smooth, uniform tunnels. Some suggest they were refuge routes during the Ice Age. Others think they formed part of a lost global network of underground transportation. What's certain is that these tunnels are real, and their construction remains beyond the known capabilities of prehistoric humans. The 13th discovery takes us deep into the carbon and super deep diamond deposits of the mantle. Scientists have found diamonds containing minerals that could only form under pressures far greater than those in the crust, more than 600 kilometers below the surface. Some of these inclusions contain traces of water and organic carbon, suggesting that life and matter may cycle deep within the planet, in regions thought to be sterile. In other words, Earth may be recycling its own life at unimaginable depths. Some geophysicists even believe that the mantle could hold more water than all the oceans combined, implying that our planet is far more dynamic and alive than we ever imagined. The 14th discovery shakes the very foundations of human history: the fossilized footprints found in ancient rock layers millions of years old. Since the 19th century, geologists have reported human-like footprints in formations dating back 290 million years, long before the first hominids appeared. One of the most famous cases is the Glen Rose footprints in Texas, where supposed human tracks appear alongside dinosaur prints in the same rock layer. Mainstream science tries to explain them as natural erosions or coincidences, but the shapes are so precise that it's hard to believe they're mere illusions. If authentic, They raise a disturbing question. Could intelligent civilizations have existed on Earth long before we did? Finally, the 15th discovery might be the most fascinating of all. The deep level of Derinkuyu, an underground city in Turkey even deeper than other known Cappadocian complexes. Recently, archaeologists uncovered evidence that Derinkuyu might not be a single city, but part of a massive, interconnected network stretching hundreds of kilometers. Secret tunnels, air shafts, reservoirs, and hidden chambers suggest an engineering mastery beyond ancient understanding. The most puzzling detail? In some chambers, researchers found traces of radioactive residue, something that shouldn't have existed thousands of years ago. This has led some to speculate that ancient inhabitants were hiding from a surface-level catastrophe, perhaps cosmic radiation, perhaps a war that erased entire civilizations. And so, we reach the end of this journey through the most mysterious depths of our planet. After discovering these 15 strange and inexplicable findings, it's hard not to wonder, what else lies hidden beneath our feet? Perhaps Earthguard's secrets we're not yet ready to understand, or maybe we simply haven't dug deep enough. But what do you think? I'd love to know your opinion. Leave a comment telling me which of these discoveries surprised you the most, which one left you full of doubt, or which made you question whether science truly has all the answers. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Your subscription is crucial. It tells YouTube that this kind of content matters to you and should be recommended to more curious minds around the world. It's what allows me to keep exploring the unknown and bringing you stories that others prefer to keep buried. And before you go, don't miss the video that's appearing now on your screen. I promise it's even more fascinating, thrilling, and mind-bending than this one. Click and join me on another deep journey into the mysteries that lie hidden beneath our world.